has been in a private meeting with the Brown staff. I believe it's either tonight or Chase, was it last night?
I think it's last night.
I think it was last night. Jimmy Haslam, the owner, along with the general manager, Andrew Berry, along with I don't know if head coach Kevin Stefanski was there, but the high-profile and ranking officials for the Cleveland Browns, meeting with a player not named Shedeur Sanders. Chase, should the Browns draft Shedeur at number 2? Or should they pass?
We were just talking about Abdul. But now we're going to...
Exactly right.
Oh, no, they shouldn't. I like the best player in the draft right here, and that's Abdul Carter. You're telling me you can get a generational guy that has the ceiling, in my opinion, not just because he wore 11 at Penn State, not just because he looks like him, of Micah Parsons. That's how good I think this guy could get potentially. And then you pair him with Myles Garrett. You have the best defensive line in football. Now, quarterback. Chase, what are you doing at quarterback? I get that. They have to get this next quarterback right, especially after the colossal mistake you made with Deshaun Watson. Unless you're 10,000% sure that Shedeur Sanders is going to be your franchise quarterback for the next decade, you can't take him. And look, there's a reason why all these reports are coming out. Hey, it's Abdul. He is the best player in the draft, and it's not even close. I get the Tennessee Titans are probably going to take Cam Ward. Travis Hunter's close, too. But I'm saying as a pass rusher, like he is a guy that I think has a ceiling of Micah Parsons. I believe you ride with Kenny Pickett. It sounds as crazy as it may. Or you go out there after draft. If you do not draft a quarterback in second or third round, you trade for Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins or Kenny Pickett, I think it's a more viable option for the short term. Not saying Shedeur's not going to be a guy down the road. I just don't know if Shedeur can come in right away, and I don't know if the Cleveland Browns think he can come in right away and is ready to play.
That don't sound too bad, though. You know why? Because we're in a different era right now. And I think that you look at Justin Fields, I thought he would be a backup, right? And now he's starting. I look at Sam Darnold. I for sure knew he was going to be a backup. He goes to the Vikings. Now he has a chance to be another starter with the Seahawks. Baker Mayfield, I knew he would be a backup.
Playing well.
We gave him another opportunity. Now he's the starter for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kenny Pickett, give him another shot.
Yeah.
Right? I think sometimes we kind of lose faith on these guys because they play so bad early, and then they give him another shot, and these guys are making plays. I think you go with Kenny Pickett, and now with that next pick, that number 2 pick, you go out and get something else. Because I don't want to see Shedeur go to the Browns. I'm tired of seeing so many great quarterbacks or high-drafted quarterbacks go there, and then their career is down the drain because the organization is not that good, just being honest. I think go defense. That's what y'all do best. You're going to get you some defensive players. Cool. If you want to go out there and get Carter, okay. If you want to get Travis Hunter,
fine
cool.
Too. Yeah.
I'm all right with that. But I think you kind of build with getting Kenny Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett going to the Eagles, learning what a real franchise looks like, what a winning franchise looks like, playing under a Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts, learning from that, being with Nick Sirianni, learning what's going on over there, taking all that stuff, now going to Cleveland and implement that with the offense.
Yeah.
Go with Kenny Pickett and draft some other weapons to uplift your team.
I hate what I'm about to have to say next. I hate it.
No.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
You be hating.
The Browns have to draft Shedeur Sanders.
No, they don't.
And here's why I hate it. Not because they have to draft Shedeur Sanders, because here's an unfortunate truth about the NFL, particularly for guys like me who play defense. A good quarterback has more of an impact on winning than a generational defender.
Sound like Myles Garrett.
It's an unfortunate truth. Myles Garrett has had 2 16-sack seasons in his NFL career. I believe those are his highs. Both of those seasons, they missed the playoffs. But the one time the Browns had a quarterback that had 25 passing touchdowns, Baker Mayfield's best season, they won a playoff game. Very simply put, if Abdul Carter has 70% of the career of Myles Garrett, it will be a wild success. A wild success. Myles Garrett is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, Defensive Player of the Year. But let that statistic be branded in your mind as a football fan. A good quarterback, not a great one, not an elite one, a good quarterback has more of an impact on winning than a generational defender. You can be the best defensive player in the world, but if you do not have a good Q, you ain't going to have an impact on winning. So I say that to say Kenny Pickett has not proven he's a good Q. Not at all. Kirk Cousins has proven he's a good Q. So to Chase's point, if you can get Kirk Cousins, get Kirk Cousins. But assuming you don't want to foot that $30 million or whatever bill it is that Kirk Cousins is making, I don't want to get lost in the weeds of the numbers, then Shedeur Sanders, being a good quarterback, is going to have more of an impact on winning than having a generational player. Again, I was drafted to the Cleveland Browns. Joe Thomas, generational. Joe Hayden, really good. You could suggest he was elite, especially in his prime. They didn't win no games.
Yeah.
Let Baker Mayfield have a good season. All of a sudden, they win a playoff game.
How about a couple of them, though? Because I've seen Brian Urlacher and Lance Briggs with
Yeah, different era, but I would agree with that.
Super Bowl
Yes, sir.
Rex Grossman.
with Rex Grossman. I seen
sir.
Ray Lewis and Ed Reed go to the Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer.
Now, you would suggest, because I know, especially as a defender, it is not as easy to play defense now. Defenses do not have the same impact. That's not my bias. It's just an unfortunate
Yeah,
truth.
but defense is how you win Super Bowls. Patty Mahomes, the year before last, the main reason they was in the Super Bowl game and won the Super Bowl because they had a really good defense. As well as Jalen Hurts played down the stretch in the playoffs, defensively is why they were in that Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl, in my humble opinion, had a dominant defense. For me, you have to pass on Shedeur. You have to either get Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter in that building. You have to. You traded for Kenny Pickett. You offered Russ $8 million, would let you know, man, listen, we're comfortable with Kenny Pickett here under center. It's crazy to go get Kirk Cousins because we still paying Deshaun Watson, $90 to $100 million to recover, and then I'm going to go trade for a quarterback and pay him $40? So I think that's out of the equation, especially we can't forget how Kirk Cousins, though, you did get benched for Penix.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That
So it ain't
happened.
like we trading for you and you playing lights out. So I think you pass on him, you go Abdul Carter, or you go Travis Hunter. You ride with Kenny Pickett. You play really good defense. I keep hearing about this quarterback draft next year. If it doesn't work out for you, you go get a quarterback next year. But I think Shedeur's going to go into a bad situation here, too.
No, I don't disagree.
And I don't want to see the young fella fail.
I don't.
To that point, it's like, what bad situation is Shedeur not going to go into? All these teams that need quarterbacks, dog, they're bad. The Titans are bad. The Browns are bad. The Giants are bad. The Saints are not good.
I like
the
the
Raiders
Giants.
are bad. The Jets are bad.
Market-wise, too, though.
Forget about the market. On-field play gets you paid, dog. Like, that's that. You can't say you don't want them to go. All these situations are bad.
Now, that's a different
I don't know
comment.
about that.
Cleveland is worse.
The Giants ain't that bad.
Dog.
Brian Daboll's a really good coach.
Yeah, we're not saying about the coach. We're saying about the organization the last 3 years. What was their record? 18-40?
I know, but...
Or 18 and...
Yeah, but you had
freaking
Daniel Jones. Who won with him? He's weak.
But here's my other thing, though. We can't rewrite the history right now of what the Browns quarterback situation is. Kenny Pickett's not good. He's not good. He hasn't been good. I'm not going to let one game with the Philadelphia Eagles where you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, the best O-line in football and the best offensive line coach in football. I'm not going to let one game blind me. Like, Kenny Pickett is not
See what I'm
good.
saying? Real quick, though.
Yes,
That's the thing I really just
give him a
like
chance.
when we do on this show.
Go ahead.
You want to sit there and say, Kenny Pickett's not that good, right?
He's
right?
not.
And you 10 toes on
Yeah,
it.
right now he's not that good.
But when we talk about Justin Fields,
I don't think Justin Fields is that good.
but he got another shot.
Sure.
Okay. Sam Darnold. I mean, God. He was awful, right?
Sure.
Last year, you
10 million.
whatever it is. But you see what I'm saying? Now you get some credit. Baker Mayfield, I know you love Baker Mayfield and all that, but he was not that good with the
of course
Browns. Then he moved around for 4 teams in like 4 years,
Yeah.
the number 1 pick.
Right.
And now you say, okay, well, he's a decent player now. Why can't Kenny Pickett get the same type of respect?
He can, but
He hasn't
remember
shown it, I
this.
think.
Like,
That's what
They ain't shown it.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now.
But also remember, if you weren't good away from the Browns, you're not going to go be good with the Browns. Like, I played for Cleveland. That's the one thing I have on y'all on the show. Y'all got Super Bowls. Y'all got Hall of Fames. Y'all all go pros. I have playing for Cleveland. Me, got that. Here. So if you weren't good in Pittsburgh as a QB, you're not going to come to Cleveland and all of a sudden turn into a world
You
beater.
guys just argued with my dude a week ago about how special the coach was, how offensive a guru this coach was, and all that. Had 4 quarterbacks playing solid football, got into the playoffs, 2-time coach
what they
of the
told me,
year.
James.
Why can't Kenny Pickett go over there and learn from Kevin
I said Kenny
Stefanski and play
Kirk.
well? He has solid pieces around him. You're going to have a really good defense, especially if you draft Abdul Carter. I don't understand why he can't play better.
Well, and then look at the theme. What was the theme all of last year when we sat up here and did this show in the NFL? The theme of the NFL was trenches. Well, that too. But trenches. That's funny. Like the trenches on the offensive line, the trenches on the defensive line. That's where this game has started to go. The running backs making a comeback. If you build up that trench with Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett, and then just make 500 or a little under 500, get Deshaun Watson out the building, draft another guy next year. You're rolling in Cleveland.
Here's what I don't get, and this is what's I feel like this is an outer body experience. I'm sitting with 30 years of offensive NFL experience.
That's right.
At the highest level.
Oh, man, especially, woo.
But y'all are talking like y'all don't know how the construction of it works. I play defense. I should be saying everything y'all are saying. The Steelers have elite pass rushers, and they had Kenny Pickett at quarterback and didn't go far. I mean, T.J. Watt, I believe, was the best defensive player in football over the last 5 years. The dude on the other end, whether it was Herbig or Highsmith, elite pass rushers. I mean, elite pass rushers, and they didn't go far. Steelers have a Hall of Fame candidate at defensive tackle in Cameron Hayward, and they didn't go far. Steelers had Patrick Queen. Now, the year that they went with Kenny Pickett, they didn't have Patrick Queen. Steelers have everything y'all are hoping the Browns have. The Steelers have, and they didn't go far. Remember when the Browns had Myles Garrett? I think they had the dude that was out in the Packers, Shedeur Smith. I think he was there for a heartbeat. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Like, the Steelers have Denzel Ward, four-time Pro Bowler, a top seven cornerback. Like not that the Browns do. The Browns have great defensive players. The Browns had a great defense. You need a good quarterback. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.